You're asking me, will our love grow? I don't know, I don't know. You stick around and it may show. I don't know, I don't know. No. Okay, hey, bonjour. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Bonjour, NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO. Over here, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Get out of here. Ikadon Bonjour, ni weenie mushane. Say hello, my sweetheart.
Bonjour, Kakira Awia. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mino Gigajabe. Good morning.
And today, our Ojibwe word of the day. Gigawabamin, Minoa. I will see you again. And you have been watching Bonjour, NANABOOZHOO, the podcast. What are you doing? Oh, I thought we were done. No, we're just getting started. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I pushed the wrong text here. Our Ojibwe word of the day isn't goodbye. It's mukwa, bear. Sweetie, did you know that in the Ojibwe, any 7 Anishinaabe values, in what we call the 7 grandfather teachings, the mukwa, bear, represents courage itself? I did know that. Oh, really? How did you know that? Because I watched the show and I've listened to you talk about it. Oh, okay. Akwade, a win. Akwade, a win. Courage. Represented by the mukwa, the mighty sacred mukwa bear. You know, they call the bears the protectors of the Anishinaabe. Oh, really? How come? Well, because in the old days, the bears used to patrol the perimeter of the Anishinaabe village. You know, they were always just outside of where the people were, and, you know, they'd forage for berries. I think that's where they get their word, bear, because they ate berries. Oh, really? I don't know. Probably. But mukwa, mukwa is also one of the Anishinaabe Dodeums, one of the clans. That's right, the Bear Clan. Bear Clan. Any Bear Clan out there? James is here. Well, bonjour, James. What's up, Mr. Shagobe? Welcome to the show. I wonder if James is Bear Clan. A lot of Bear Clan people end up in the military and that. But I was wondering, sweetie, would you mind teleporting me outside? And I can give a little talk on the 7 Anishinaabe values, bear and that. Sure. Hang on. I'm going to scan for your coordinates. Right here. I'm going to step outside. And don't forget to pray first. Oh, right. I'll put up my tobacco and say a little prayer. And then I'll ask the Creator to help me speak well. Okay. And that's 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. No. Oh, hey, bonjour, b'nai shiag. Hello, birds. Bonjour, undeg. Hello, crow. Undeg. There's a crow up here. Have you seen any caws lately? Oh, James, your wolf clan. He's Ma'ingan Dodam. Ma'ingan. Wolves represent humility. But today we're going to talk about the mukwa. Scary Mukwa. There was one summer a few years ago, I saw two bear in the same, and maybe it was the same bear, I don't know. I was walking along this bike trail here, and I looked up ahead there, and there was a big old black bear, actually, just sitting on the road. Didn't really look at me, but I saw him, and I was just like, okay. Backed away a little bit and just went the opposite way and went, that's far enough for my walk today. Now, I've lived in the woods long enough to know that bears aren't just going to, attack you. And if you're not trying to pet their bear cubs or something, bear, if they see you, they're going to run away. But something in me one day, I was walking down this bike trail and I looked this way. And what's there? A bear. And I went, hikes! And I just started running. I was stupid. I knew I couldn't outrun a bear. I knew that whatever. He wasn't chasing me. And then I spooked him. And he starts running. And pretty soon we're both running the same direction. I'm on the bike trail. He's in the woods. And I noticed this chubby black bear was maybe twice as fast as a dog. I couldn't believe how fast this guy, he was just boom. It was ridiculous. And I went, yeah, okay, don't try to outrun a bear. This ain't that Leonardo DiCaprio movie where he just fights a bear, which I never saw. Revenant or something. Anyway, today I want to talk about the Ojibwe Anishinaabe values. There are 7 basic Anishinaabe values we have. Love, truth, humility, honesty, but courage is the one of them too. I'm forgetting what the other one is. Respect. But today, akwate ewin. Akwate ewin means courage. And back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a family of Mukwa. There's a Papa Mukwa, a Mama Mukwa, and a baby Mukwa. And these guys had somehow built a log home in the woods. They were really smart. And they could cook and clean. They made furniture. They lived like human beings. I think they could even talk. Yeah, they could talk. And one morning, Papa Bear goes, hey, you know what? Before we eat breakfast here, I know you just made some porridge for us all at different times, but let's go for a walk. And Mama Bear goes, that's a good idea, Papa Bear. What do you think, Baby Bear? And Baby Bear is all like, oh yeah, let's go for a walk. So they go for a walk. Well, pretty soon, what happens? Goldilocks, little spoiled rich girl, comes walking through the woods, and she's feeling all entitled. And she's all, oh, look, somebody's house. Guess I'll break in. She breaks in. She doesn't even knock. She just opens the door. What's going on here? Looks around, and there's the kitchen, and there's the porridge. It's already served on the table, and there's 3 chairs around the table. And she goes, oh, I'm going to eat some porridge. She sits down to one chair. She says, this chair is too hard. Sits down next chair. This one's too soft. Sits down the 3rd chair. Oh, this one's just right. Let me try some of this porridge. And she eats some porridge there. This porridge is too hot. I'm not going to wait around 30 seconds and let it cool off. I'm going to try this other bowl of porridge. And she starts eating down that other bowl of porridge. This is too cold. She gets to the 3rd bowl of porridge. Oh, this one's just right. Oh, this is Mino. This is good. She eats it up. Then she gets all sleepy. She goes, I'm going to take a nap. So she goes into the bedroom there, and there's a big old bed, and she lays in there, and she says, oh, this one's too hard. Gets into the second bed. This one's too soft. Gets in the baby bed. Oh, this one's just right. She falls asleep. Well, pretty soon, Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear all come home. And then they see the door is wide open. They walk in, like, hey, somebody's been sitting in my chair. And Mama Bear's all, somebody's been sitting in my chair. And the Baby Bear's like, yeah, mine too. And they ate the porridge, and look at all this. They didn't do the dishes. They go in the bedroom, same thing. Somebody's been sleeping in my bed. Well, somebody's been sleeping in my bed. Baby Bear goes, somebody's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still here. And what'd they do? Oh yeah, they ate her. By the time they were done, there was nothing but bones, some shred of clothing. And they were like, yeah, you're going to eat our breakfast? Well, guess what? We're going to have you for breakfast. No, we're not having you as a guest to breakfast. You just became our breakfast. And this is the true story of Makwa. The three Makwag. Niswe, Makwag. 3 bears. And a foolish girl named Goldilocks. To learn more about the traditional, I don't know, Makwa. Bear, Makwa. Courage, Akwede Ewin. And these have been your Ojibwe words of the day. Oh, I forgot to pray. Yeah, I know. I'm going to do it now. The old crow there is giving me a hard time. I got a little pinch of a sema here. A little pinch of tobacco. Hello, Great Spirit. Bonjour, Gitchemanadu. Please accept my tobacco. Taka, utapanan niwi asema. Great Spirit, thank you for everything that you do today. Gitchemanadu. Miigwech kaiji kakina keku. Kaiji chikean nungum. Thank you for my life. Miigwech kapamariziyan. Thank you for healing my sadness. Miigwech ka kage niwi gashkenda moen. And please help me to speak well today. Dash miigwech or dash witukawishan ando minawe nungum. Thanks for listening. Miigwech ka bizandawieg. Amen. Apeyenge. Oh, I can't believe how quickly autumn is upon us. It seems like it was just yesterday it was summer. And now the leaves are changing. The weather feels different. You know, it's been really pretty. I like this time of year. I'm more of an autumn than a summer person. My colors are autumn. No. I was talking about this the other day. You know, for a lot of people, they think of spring as the beginning, the new beginning. Oh, the buds are coming out. You know. And they think of the middle of winter as the end of the year, you know. But for me, this time of year always feels like the beginning. You know, growing up, it was the beginning of the school year. You know. It was the beginning of football season. When I got older, it became when college would start up again. And there were lots of chapters in my life where it just seemed like something new started in the fall. Maybe it's because I worked in so many schools, I guess. But I get this kind of giddy, excited feeling this time of year. I feel like I'm a guy in like a movie about a guy going to college. I can hear like classical music playing. I feel like wearing a scarf and, you know, carrying a book bag, wearing an oversized sweater. I suppose we're gonna have to start raking leaves before long too, huh? It'll be that season. Lawn mowing season will be over and raking leaf season will be here. This is also the wild ricing season. We call this time of year the Manoominike Geezus. Manoominike Geezus, the wild ricing moon. A lot of the Shanabs will be going out with their wives in their canoes and harvesting their wild rice. I won't go through the whole story of the migration again, but you know, this time of year makes me think of the beginning of when the Anishinaabe came to Minnesota. So I don't know. I suppose I'll go back. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Bonjour. Hey, sweetie. Oh, hi, NANABOOZHOO. You want me to pick you up? Yeah, can you teleport me home? You got it. All right, scan it for your coordinates. Okay. And that's 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Not. Hey, baby doll. Oh, hi. Welcome home. Thank you so much. Did you talk about the bear and courage? Yeah, I told the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears. What does that have to do with courage? Because it took a lot of courage to break into a house, a bear house. Yeah, there you go. That story, that kid's story actually opens up just a can of worms. There's more questions than answers in the Goldilocks story. What do you mean? Well, you know, like, how did those bears build a log cabin? And why did they eat porridge instead of berries and, you know, garbage? I don't know. Anywho, you want to get up there? Yeah, sure. All right, I'm going to turn the camera over to the lovely and talented Natasha. But first, here's a little video by Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist.
Michael, that was so cool.
Hey, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Lyons, a rock star cartoonist. I like looking through your sketchbook.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. If you would like to schedule a school visit with Michael Lyons and me and NANABOOZHOO, drop a line to Michael at mlyons1984 at yahoo.com. All right. So what else is going on today, sweetie?
Well, I don't know. Have you been keeping up with current events?
Let's see. What's new in the current events? Not really. I guess I don't know what's going on. Russell Brand.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm kind of tired of paying attention to celebrity problems.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, every week there's a new... This headline news. Some celebrity is getting into trouble for doing what we all know they do. You know. Anyway. So what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, hey, yeah.
Oh, hold on, maybe the phone's ringing. Bonjour. You've reached the Boozhoo NANABOOZHOO podcast. This is NANABOOZHOO. May I help you? Oh, sure. I can put you on the line. You want to talk to Natasha? Yeah, okay. Hang on. Natasha, line 2. It's Prince Harry.
Prince Harry? Oh, cool. Bonjour, Prince Harry. Welcome to the show.
Yes, hello, Natasha. How are you today, my dear?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just dreadfully awful. It's so much rubbish. I want me privacy, and the world, it just won't leave me alone. I go on all these talk shows, and I just ask, can you please leave me and me wife alone?
Yeah, okay. How is Megan?
Oh, she's a dreadful bore, isn't it?
You think she's a bore?
Oh, she just won't stop. You know, ever since I met that dreadful woman, my life has been turned upside down, and I don't know what to do.
What do you think, NANABOOZHOO? What should Harry do about Megan?
I don't know, man. You made your bed. You got to sleep in it.
Well, I grow so weary. I think I might get a divorce.
Don't get a divorce.
But...
Oh, I did hear that.
What's that?
Hugh Jackman's getting a divorce.
Hugh Jackman? The Wolverine?
Yeah, Wolverine's getting a divorce. He was married to his wife for 27 years. And everybody thought he was gay because his wife was older than him. And he was, you know, Hugh Jackman, and she was like just some lady.
Yes, I think I recall seeing her. She seemed quite a bit older than Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, I think she was a few years older, but I always kind of respected him because he was married for like 27 years. But they're getting a divorce. So maybe if you left Megan, you could go out with Hugh Jackman's ex-wife.
I don't know. I think if I leave my wife, which I never would do, I made a vow to stay with her until the end of time. But now I'm praying for the end of time to hurry up and arrive.
Are you quoting Meatloaf?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid I am. So now I'm praying for the end of time
to hurry up and arrive. 'Cause if I gotta spend another minute with you, I don't think I can really survive.
I'll never break my promise or forget my vow, but God only knows what I could do right now.
I'm praying for the end of time. It's all that I can do. I don't know what to tell you, Harry. I think you're stuck with her. You have kids together now, and And you blew off your entire family for this woman, so. Oh. Marriage counseling?
Oh, marriage counseling doesn't do anything.
You want to learn the Ojibwe word of the day?
Yes, I fear I won't be able to pronounce the words.
Oh, it's easy. I'll show you. Today's Ojibwe word is makwa, which means bear.
Makwa, bear.
Yeah, very good. And now courage, which is what you need. You gotta stand up to that wife of yours. Akwade Awin. Akwade Awin.
Akode a win. Courage. Oh, how I wish I had the courage.
Yeah. But otherwise, I don't know.
How does one say goodbye?
Well, we don't really say goodbye, Harry. We say, I will see you again. Gigawabamin, Minawa.
Well, Gikawaba Min, Minawa, Natasha, and thank you ever so much for all your help.
Well, I don't know. Call back anytime.
Hey, Gigawaba Min, Minawa, Harry.
Oh, yes, and to you, NANABOOZHOO, Gikawaba Min, Minawa.
Wow. Harry.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I guess I'm not surprised that he wants to leave his wife, but I don't think he should.
I don't either. I think when people get married, they should stay married. Even if they're unhappy. That's not our problem. You guys made a deal with each other. Stick with it. But yeah, Hugh Jackman's getting a divorce. I don't know, man. Nobody can stay in love anymore. What hope do we have if Hugh Jackman and his wife can't stay together?
Yeah, I don't know.
Shick! I like Wolverine. He could scratch you with his claws. Anyway, baby, we got anything else going on here?
No, that's pretty much all we have for today. You want to send us out? Oh, hang on. Let me grab that. Boozhoo! Welcome to Boozhoo, NANABOOZHOO. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. You want to talk to Natasha? Yeah, no problem. Hang on, I'll transfer you. Sweetie, it's line 2.
Line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to Boozhoo, NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air.
Hi, Natasha. It's me, the Cowardly Lion. I'm freaking out, man.
What's the matter?
I'm a nervous wreck. Everywhere I look, there's danger. Just the other day, I saw a flying monkey. A flying monkey, I tell you. This monkey had bat wings and was flying through the air. It freaked me out.
Oh, yeah, those flying monkeys. Those guys are pretty scary.
Yeah, can you help me out? I need some courage. You know, can you tell me how to get to the Wizard of Oz? I'm going to ask him if he can give me some courage.
What?
Yeah, I met this chick named Dorothy, and she was going to go there and, ask for her way home, and there was a scarecrow who could talk, and he needed a brain. And then there was this Tin Man, he was carrying this really scary, axe, and he was going to get a heart. And I thought, well, hey, man, I don't got any courage. Maybe the Wizard of Oz can give me some balls. Hey! Well, I just need some courage. How do you get courage?
Oh, I don't know how you get courage. In Ojibwe, we call it Akwade a win.
Akwade a win. Man, I'm just such a nervous wreck.
Well, I can actually help you with that. You don't need courage. Lion. I think what your problem probably is you're taking things for granted.
What do you mean?
Well, they say you can either feel one of two things at a time. You can either feel anxiety, which I think is what you have, or you can feel gratitude. So this is what I do when I start freaking out about getting nervous about something. I write a gratitude list.
A gratitude list? What's that?
Write down, get a pen, get a piece of paper, write down and start numbering them. Anything you can think of that you're thankful for. Just start going, well, I'm thankful that, I'm healthy. I'm thankful that I have a house to live in. I'm thankful that I got, my boyfriend NANABOOZHOO. I'm thankful for whatever. Start writing down the things you're thankful for. And before you know it, you'll stop remembering the stuff you're worried about. They say you can either have anxiety or gratitude. Now, at first, it's going to be like you start feeling gratitude and you won't feel anxiety. But then you'll bounce right back and feel anxiety again when you forget. Keep focusing on gratitude. And that's also why I think prayer is good. Pray. Thank the Creator for everything. And you can also ask Him after you thank Him for all the stuff you do have and that you're happy about and you're thankful for. Go ahead and ask Him for more confidence. You don't need courage. You need more confidence and more faith. It's going to be okay. I mean, look at you. What are you, like 120 years old? You look like $1,000,000.
I know, but I'm just so afraid.
As far as I can tell, you can't die. So, hang in there. You're going to be okay.
All right. Well, I'll give it a try, Natasha. Thanks a lot. How do you say thank you in Ojibwe?
We say miigwech.
Oh, miigwech, Natasha. You're a true friend. And I gotta go now. Okay, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe?
We don't say goodbye, Lion. We say gigawabbamin minowa. I will see you again.
Oh, gigawabbamin minowa, Natasha. And miigwech.
Ah, poor Lion.
Yeah. You know what? That was some pretty good advice, though. I think he's going to be okay.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's how it helped me. Prayer, gratitude list. Anyway, you want to add anything?
Do you want to remind him of Michael's books?
Oh, sure. Michael has books for sale at Amazon.com. Links are in the description. Books like an English Ojibwe coloring book. Here the little skunk is saying, "Yay, give me one. Yay, it's raining." This is a coloring book that just has Ojibwe little words and phrases, and you can color. And if you'd like to learn more Ojibwe words and phrases, like we teach on this show, order Ojibwe Words and Phrases by Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. And the links are in the description below. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share it on Facebook. Don't be embarrassed to tell your friends you watch a puppet show. All right? I was just watching Labyrinth last night. Okay? I don't care what people say. I like puppets. No. All right. Miigwech is a dawi egg. Thank you for listening. Dush. Miigwech gonna wabi egg. And thank you for watching Boozhoo. NANABOOZHOO. The podcast about Ojibwe language, culture, and these two knuckleheads. Hey. I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO.
Okay, hey, miigwech.
And this is Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Gigawabamin Minawa. Oh, oh, what a world.
You serious?